Okay, welcome everyone. Super excited to have you this week. I know it's Thanksgiving week, so it's a little bit crazy. So I want to just commend you all for being here. Thank you so much. So this is going to be a 30-minute call, and we're going to pack as much as we can into this. And if we run a little bit late because you've got questions, we will be here to answer them for you. So today's call is going to be all about ways to boost your holiday sales. And we've got some ideas. Jen Gaskell and I both have some ideas for you. And we're also going to leave a portion open for Q&A. So if you have any questions at all, how to promote, how to get the word out, other strategies, any kind of question, go ahead and take it into the chat box and we'll be sure to go ahead and answer them. Let's see here. Jen, did you want me to go first or did you want to? Okay. So I'm Tracy Black, if you guys didn't already know that. Be sure you invite your team members to come join us. We're recording as well, but it's always nice to be here live because you just get so much more in the live call. But I thought it would be really important to talk about ways to boost our Black Friday and holiday sales. So we've already got one day in the books. And let me just tell you, it was an amazing day. I was posting in our leader chat. I was posting in our group as well. You guys, our team did $100,000 in sales in one day. I mean, that is really impressive. And that is all because of you. That is because of you. You were excited, you promoted, you went out there and you talked. So we're going to keep up with the momentum. And that's why we wanted to do this call today, because we're one day in, the day's still not over, especially for those of you right in Hawaii and West Coast. You still have plenty of time in the day to keep this going. But you guys, we have almost a full week to keep going and talking about the sale. It's not just a one-day thing, it's the entire week. This is like the gift of time that Young Living has given to us. So here's just like some ideas, because you probably let all of your members know yesterday, right, about the sale. I sort of run, and I'm going to post this in the chat in just a minute when Jen starts talking. But my brain sort of thinks very methodically. It's just probably the green or like the organizer in me. But if you've already talked to your prospects, your fence sitters, your members, right? Maybe you've done those things already. There's still plenty of time and other strategies that you can use to let people know what's going on. So I'll let Jen talk more about social media. I'm sure she's got some other ideas too, but I feel like prospecting doesn't just happen in one day. Right? This is something that you're going to be doing every single day. So make sure you show your face, especially in social, when you're out and about. Maybe you're going to a holiday party or a Thanksgiving dinner. I've enrolled family members. I mean, that's usually when I enroll my family members because they're coming over for Thanksgiving dinner, right? I enrolled my brother-in-law years ago during Thanksgiving dinner, so it can totally happen. But just kind of, be present and always be talking about it. But things that I like to do, so a strategy that I did today was everybody put in their orders yesterday, right? They were frantically getting all the things that they wanted, right? The things that were kind of going out of stock. But you know what? Today or tomorrow, think about this. Think about the deals. And I sort of worded this specifically, but I did a post today in the group where I said sneaky deals that you might have missed, right? And here's a couple of them. Did you guys know the dryer balls? Did you guys see the dryer ball deal? Holy cow, a member pointed this out to me. Luann pointed this out to me. She was like, are the oils included in that? I was like, I don't know. I better go double check because I don't want to steer you wrong, girl. And I double checked and it does. It's $20 for a set of dryer balls, bergamot and lavender. Like my brain exploded. So I did a post about that and I'm telling everybody about it. In fact, several people had told me I bought that because you told me that was a crazy deal. And I'm like, it is a crazy deal. That's why I got it too. But it was a member who brought it up to me. Just like the monkey stuffy, it includes the sleepy eyes in there. Like, what an amazing deal. So don't discount people who may have already put in their order, right? Just sort of like using the right language, the right text, right? The right offer might, give someone sort of like that extra motivation to go, you know what? I didn't get that. I better put it in there. I mean, I did the same myself. I was like, oh my gosh, Luann, I didn't know, I better go put it in. So even I missed it. But, it's just like a really good reminder that you may think people know about all the deals and every little nuance, right, that's in the sale, but you might notice something that someone else doesn't know and they'll want to, pounce on that. So that's for members, but think about even your prospects, like, hey guys, did you know like this is a crazy deal? Like it's sneaky. You better go get it before everybody knows about it, right? Just the way you say it can make a huge difference. So that might be something that you can do today or tomorrow, okay? Something else that I would suggest before Thanksgiving is if you've not yet reached out to your inactives, be sure you do that. So I personally sent out an email and a text message to my inactives and I said, hey, this is a really great way for you to, keep your membership active, right? To keep that 24% discount that you've been enjoying. All you need to do is spend 100 PV. And here are some of my favorite suggestions. In fact, let me just tell you, I send out text tips every Tuesday. And that dryer ball thing that I just mentioned, I included that in my text and a bunch of people replied back to me. They were like, oh, I missed that one. I'm like, I know, I missed it too. So this is something that you can even tell your inactives or about to go inactive, like, you know what, this is a sneaky good deal. You better jump on this before it sells out. So that's something that I would do before Thanksgiving. And then of course, Thanksgiving, enjoy that day, right? With your family. Usually for me with Friday and the rest of the weekend, I still kind of like to hit it and keep going. By the weekend, if I have people who still have zero PV, I will send them like a custom message and let them know, you know what, I just want to be sure you're getting my message, want to be sure you're not missing out. They still have X, Y, and Z. So by the weekend, I don't know yet what's going to still be in stock. I'll be posting inventory updates for all of us, for our groups. But that, again, is another great way to highlight, okay, this is still in. It's such a good value. You better hop in on this before it goes, right? This one is still in. I mean, there's still so many great opportunities, even pushing all the way through to Monday. And then, of course, what I would suggest Sunday and Monday is do one more big push, especially to your members. Again, I think for some of us, we feel like, well, I don't want to keep bugging my members or I don't want to keep bugging my fence sitters. But here's the thing, right? This is not something that we ordinarily do all the time. This is 65 up to 65% off. This is a huge deal. So I will tell you, I had a couple of members say, I would love to take advantage of the sale. It's just money's been tight. And I was like, I totally get it. And then I told them, if you're really trying to save money, there's not been a better time. You're getting like 50% off these oils, right? Like your favorite oils, like frankincense, it's 50% off right now. So if I were you, like, if again, it's one of those things where I get wanting to save money, money's tight. This is the time to do it. Stock up now. So, you can, again, sort of, customize the sort of text or language depending who you're kind of talking to. But, if you think something is a good deal, right, and you're telling someone else, like, here are some sneaky good deals you might have missed. Be sure you grab it before, it all sells out. Again, it's sort of like your posture and attitude is contagious, right? Because I truly believe those dryer balls and monkey stuffy were a great deal. Then I'm telling everybody and they're like, you know what, it is a really great deal. I better hop in on that. So I'll post again, kind of like what my schedule is going to look like as far as what I plan to do and what I kind of recommend. But there is no better time to like do that sort of like daily check-in with especially your leaders, checking in with your prospects, and then with members, right? It's totally okay to do like another big push right before the end of the sale to let them know, just in case I wanted to give you, maybe you offer them a tip. Here's an inventory update, just in case you might have missed it, or you have someone who might want to get some of the Black Friday deals. I just wanted you to be aware. That's the other thing, you guys, that I would highly recommend as far as a strategy right now is there's not been a better time for our customers to upgrade to brand partner and to share Young Living with friends and family. I mean, you could tell them like, I get it, money's tight. Guess what? You could be earning 50% fast start bonus on anyone you refer. So that's a message point that I keep, putting forward with my members, with my personally enrolled, right, with my people that I'm sort of communicating with all the time, is make sure you know about this. Make sure that your customers know about this, or your friends and family. Maybe you personally may not be looking to refer, but maybe you know someone who does. So again, just kind of keeping up with that messaging. The other thing that I think is really important, especially this month, can you guys tell me if anybody's ever ranked up in the month of November? Have you ever ranked up? I know Jen has. I know you've got an anniversary, don't you? So November is typically a big month where we get a lot of rank ups. So something that I would, pay really close attention to, if you've got builders, brand partners on your team, is look to see who is close to a rank up, right? Maybe they're $100 away from Star, or like $300 away from Senior Store, and maybe Executive. Just be watching that and encourage them, give them tips, help them out. Again, some things that I like to do is to make sure that they know that they can refer their friends and family, ask their friends and family to refer people for them, but kind of looking for people who might be close to a rank up. Again, November is a great time, and it's typically when a lot of us do rank up. Making sure that you're going through the virtual office or through Oily Trends to see who's really close to ranking up, giving them encouragement, helping them do it. But that's one of the great things about this business is none of us are doing this in a silo, right? None of us are doing this alone. We're doing this linking arms together as a team, right? It's a total team effort. Anytime I've ever ranked up, it's never because of my own efforts. It's always because of a bunch of people who have linked arms and done it with me. And so that's the great thing about this business is as you're looking at people on your team who are getting real close, right? That's the great time to be encouraging them, to be helping them, to like raise them up and show them how to do it. Okay, so I'll turn this over to Jen. We can answer questions later, and I'll post my little schedule of what I've got planned this week in the comments.
Okay, guys. I think all of you know me. But I pretty much just do what Tracy does and what she posts. So I'm not going to like harp on any more of that because Tracy's the organized one and I just follow her lead on that. But there was one thing that I did really want to share because I feel like this took me, at least 2 years in Young Living to like really get a handle on this and the way that I share. And I think like one of the biggest mistakes that we as network marketers make when it comes to Black Friday is selling solely on price and not on value, and the value that they offer to our customers. And what actually happens is, our company comes out with a bunch of promotions and super low pricing. And, in the past, it's been like BOGO kind of things. And I don't know about you guys, but I get like so excited and I like go to social media and I start posting all over. And the first few years I was like spamming inboxes of literally everyone I know and like letting them know about these incredible deals, which is great for like the first day or so. But when you get these week-long events, like your excitement fades pretty quickly. And I think sometimes that happens because we're getting like few responses here and there, or, it's crickets after the first day. And I think really what we need to realize is that if our strategy for Black Friday is solely selling people on a low price of our products, then we're really no different than anywhere else like Target or Best Buy, like people are literally getting so bombarded this time of year with these kind of promotions from literally every company out there. And there's a ton of other, direct sales network marketing people that are doing the same thing as far as like, oh my gosh, these amazing deals, don't miss out. But the thing is we have to find a way to be different and to stand out. And in my opinion, that means we cannot do it like everyone else does. And I know that seems easier said than done, but it's not. If our only selling point is this incredible price point, which it is a freaking incredible price point, we're kind of like going with the crowd and doing what everyone else does. We need to figure out how to sell our customers and our potential customers on the value of what we're offering them. So when we're thinking about value, that's going to be the difference between the cost of the product and the benefit that our customer is they're perceived that they are going to be using the product. So when we focus on selling value, you have to take into account a really important thing that people don't buy products. They buy the results that they think they're going to get, that product is going to give them. Does that make sense? So people are essentially buying solutions to problems that they have in their lives. So you helping them find that pain point. And it can be anything, whether it's like lack of energy, lack of confidence, skin issues that they want to get over. So think about that. How are you with this sale and these really great price points? How are you helping people? How are you creating value? And how are you helping people serve the need that they're trying to fill? So my best advice, you guys, to stand out from this huge crowd of Black Friday and people saying that their budgets are tight, There's a lot of things to think about. So you want to sell people on that transformation, and the value really starts with getting people to understand how the future on the other side of using your products that you're giving them will be better for them. So think about that. I want you guys to write this down. Think about these two things. What are the problems that our Young Living products solve? And what are the results that your ideal customer wants? Or maybe even just think of like the majority of your customers. Think about those two things. So let's say we're marketing, I don't know, like gut health or something like that. When someone uses your product, what kind of transformation is going to occur from them? So I want you guys to think about not just selling based on these really amazing prices, but what kind of transformation is someone going to have by getting that? Are they going to have better mood? Are they going to get better sleep? Are their kids going to sleep better? Are their kids going to be healthier through this sick season? Think about those things. What are you selling them on? What value are you selling them on? And how can your products fit that need that is worth them spending their money? Then you can also couple that with, okay, your kid is having really terrible sleep issues. Well, Gentle Baby is X amount. This is a great time to stock up on that. So the second thing you guys to think about when you're thinking about your strategy that you're carrying through the rest of the week is sell them on the value of you, because they are getting you. They're getting you whether they bought 6 months ago and not since then. They're getting you again. If they bought yesterday, they're getting you again. If they haven't bought it ever, they're buying and they're getting you. So the idea of marketing yourself and selling these, selling prospects even on the value of yourself is, I think, a really overlooked concept just in all of network marketing. One of the biggest things that you can offer your potential customers and your customers that are already on your team is you. It's the education that you provide them, helping them find the right products. It's the support you provide when it comes to using the product. It's the encouragement and inspiration that you're going to provide them during this whole journey of getting the results that they want and solving these problems in their lives. So just think about it. Is someone from Amazon going to call someone and help them with whatever new skincare program that they just bought? No, they're not doing that. Jeff Bezos does not care. He's not texting anyone with encouragement or any type of emotional support, right? Like, you are doing that for your people. So sell that, because that is a huge point that Young Living and this whole network marketing gives to people. That's huge, you guys. So remind people of why they need the products in the first place, and don't just like slap up graphics, tell them why they need the products, help them fit a need, and then come in like, oh, by the way, lavender is $5 or whatever it is. You guys have so much value to give people, both your customers and your products. And if you're not using that to your advantage, you're really missing out on what I think is arguably one of the most important pieces of this whole process. And I know that whether you're just starting or whether you're deep in it and you already have your own strategies, like, it takes a lot more time and effort to sell the value and to sell yourself and the value that you provide, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to make your strategy so seamless across the board. So I'll tell you guys, for me personally, I first started with giving the sales and telling everyone the prices, because really I was marketing my current members who already know a lot of the value of these products. And so tomorrow is when I start pumping out all of these different type of bundles and showing the value of them, because like, I started Young Living to get candles out of our home just as like an easy button, but I didn't realize that one of the best and most enjoyable and biggest benefits that I would get is the way that we use oils with our kids every single day, whether it is my son being like, I need something to calm me down, and he's like wants an oil in his hand. Like, no joke, you guys, like, part of it, I'm like, is this placebo? Is this like really working for him? Like, to me, I'm like, I don't care. Like, that is worth every penny to me, because maybe in his head, he doesn't realize that it's really calming him down. It's just the fact of holding that oil. Like, I didn't realize how much value that would carry through in our family. So tomorrow I'm going to be pumping out things talking about all of the kid oils that are on sale. I got some questions about pregnancy and postpartum. So I'm going to do a bundle for that and showing the value of those things. So think about what the people in your life are. So like, my mom, she's not going to be promoting to her friends like pregnancy and postpartum, because that's not the stage of life that her friends are in right now. So think about the people around you and how you can provide value to them. Then provide that value, and then couple that with how good of deals they are. Like you're putting a bundle together for under $100 and they're getting all of these amazing like pregnancy staples. I mean, you cannot beat that, you guys. You really can't. So I want you guys to think about the value that you're giving people and the strategy of not selling yourself short. So I don't want you guys just to rely on like these amazing prices, because they are, but you are what matters. You are what carries that through, that you're what gives value to the sale, the cheaper prices. So I don't want you guys to forget that. That's all I really had, because I just copy everything Tracy does as far as like the checklist, how I reach out to people. So does anyone have any questions for us?
Jen?
Oh, one more thing I will say about social media, you guys, is make sure that you're doing a good amount of sharing the sale and Young Living things and sharing other things, because I gave people the disclaimer, like it was going to be very Young Living heavy this week, but I don't want that to be everything, because I don't want people to mute me for the week, you know, because you have that mute button on social media, you can mute people's stories, and I don't want that. So I'm still sharing all of the things, but heavier with Young Living than I typically would. So make sure you're like trying to keep a good balance if you share regularly on social media.
Jen, I was just going to say, I feel like what you just shared was like gold, and like we need like a quotable or something, a graphic of like, that was it perfectly. Like leading up to the launch and the launch day, we were marketing to our existing customers, right? Because they know the value. Now it's like really kind of like turning it a little bit and marketing to our prospects who don't know the value. So they might not know that, you know, Lavender's a great deal at, you know, whatever the sale price is, you know, so really talking up those pain points. It was so good. So hopefully you guys got that and like underlined in your notes. This is what I need to focus on for the week. So good. Okay, I'm going through to see if we have questions. Michaela's asking, can we do multiple purchases for the sale? Yeah, Michaela, you can. I mean, there's several of us who've done like 3 or 4 purchases, you know, solo on our spouse accounts, all over the place. So yes, you can do multiple purchases. What other questions do you guys have for us for promoting the sale and getting more holiday sales?
I can just share one thing that worked well for me. I know it's always kind of overwhelming to reach out to people that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time, because like you don't want to be that person who like is only reaching out because of the sale. But I had somebody yesterday who I just accidentally ghosted her for the last like 6 months. I don't know what happened. I just, for whatever reason, I haven't talked to her in a long time. But I reached out to her and said, hey, you know, I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing. Like, it's been a long time since we talked. Like, how are the kids? Hey, I know you've got some Young Living stuff. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that there was a sale going on. It's like the best prices that I've ever seen. But, you know, if you have any questions about stuff you already have, let me know. I'm always happy to help. She liked my message, didn't say anything back, and then went to the website and spent over 300 PV. So it's, I mean, I know sometimes it can be embarrassing to like reach out to people that maybe you've forgotten about, but Jen taught me this, like, just throw yourself under the bus, you know, like we all make mistakes and it's fine. Apologize. You're legitimately reaching out to these people because they obviously saw the value in Young Living at some point, and you want to make sure that if they are ready to restock, or maybe they've had their eye on something, that they know they're going to get a better price if they do it this week.
That was so good, Michelle. Thank you so much. And what a great reminder to all of us. Does anyone else have a question or something to share? What are you planning on doing this week? No other questions? You got 5 more minutes. Let us know. We're here for you. Everybody's like down, heads down, like on their phone, doing their follow-up, planning out their week. Can I just ask you this? So Jen said something that I think was also another gold mine, was she was already thinking about planning her content for social media for the week, right? She was going to talk up the little oilers. She was going to talk up, pregnancy. Can you type in the comment box and let us know, what do you plan on talking up this week that ties into the Black Friday sales?
Oh, I can share one more thing, Tracy. So I went through yesterday morning or Sunday night, I went through all of my Instagram posts and I saved every post where I talked about something that is now on sale. So I've got stuff from like 1 or 2 years ago where I talked about how I use lemon to take the hair elastics out of my toddler's hair or whatever. So I'm sharing those throughout the week. I've already saved them. It took me 5 minutes. And then when people see that in my stories, they can see, oh, she's been talking about this for a long time. I'm not having to create brand new content every day this week. I'm just leveraging what I already spent the time on.
That's really, really good. I think you've given so many people lots of inspiration. Oh my goodness.
Well, and we had a little team call for my team on Sunday night, and Michelle, Hallie, and I got together and just tried to think of some strategies just to help people. And we were all on the same page and talking about, like, this is a huge sale. It's like 200 things on sale, and it's really hard to narrow down what makes the most sense, especially if perhaps you are newer and you don't have as many of these products. Then maybe you feel like you're not adequate in sharing it, and that's not true at all. Pick your hero products, because those things you already have in your house that you're using every day, like your thieves cleaner or lavender or gentle baby, whatever it is, like pick those hero products and educate the heck out of those. Like, you can be sharing all of these things, but pick your hero products, because that is what you're going to have testimonials for. And that is what people are going to resonate with. And maybe it's not necessarily on the same page of like what they're going through in their life. They're hearing the value that you have and the passion for those specific products. So then when you're talking about other things, maybe not as in depth, they're going to connect with you and they're going to trust you on that. So pick your hero products if you're feeling super overwhelmed on like where to start, how to start. And maybe you're like, I don't really want to create bundles. Like, that's not my thing. Like, talk about what you guys, like, you got this, like, you use these things every single day. So talk about those things and like sell the heck out of those. Like, for example, I have a girl on my team that she like shares the heck out of thieves cleaner. And like, that's literally a lot of what she's selling right now. It's like 22 PV or something that like just keeps popping up. And I'm like, whatever, 22 PV times 10 really adds up, y'all. So if that's all you're selling, like, that's okay, because you're still giving people a heck of a deal and they're getting rid of a ton of chemicals in their home. So don't stress yourself out over a strategy that might work for me that does not work for you. And the other thing is so if you have a team, whether you have a team of 2 people or a team of 2,000 people, just think about the energy that you're putting out for your team and the way that you are showing up, because it's a long week and we set the tone for our team, and being excited goes a really long way. Like, your enthusiasm and you being visible online and being available for questions, like, it really does make all the difference. And like I said, I know it's a long week and you don't have to go 100 miles an hour, maybe like you were yesterday, but just being present and continuing to show up means that the sale is still on the forefront of people's minds and in their feeds. And for your team, they're going to do what you do. So if I just fall off and I stop sharing, I'm not saying I have like all of the influence on my team, but I feel like that trickles down slowly. And so you don't want that energy to die. So keep showing up. Do you guys see this? We have these like little Christmas lights outside that shine up on the house. And I have this window open here and I just keep seeing this red dot go across like a freaking like laser. I'm like, stop. It's so distracting.
I love it. That was so good, Jen. So many good nuggets, you guys. I'm really excited for our entire team. This is just the beginning. We still have an entire week to keep going to do this. And hopefully you've got, a good direction and good insight on what you can be doing every day to help your team, help your prospects, grow your business. And you know what? It's just going to be a fantastic month. I'm really excited and would love to see, who of you in here might be close to a rank, or maybe you're going to help someone on your team who's kind of close to a rank. That's going to be really exciting too. So if you're going to claim anything, tell us in the comment box. We'd love to hear from you. But thanks everyone so much for a fantastic call. Thank you so much, Jen, for co-hosting with me. We've got this, you've got this. If you've got any questions or need us, please feel free to reach out to us. We love helping you, just like you love helping your customers and your teams as well. All right, you guys, have a great night. Take care.